What is going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Collectables, and today we got another action figure review, and this time we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dino Escape Wave 2 Fierce Force Cheelingosaurus and Dilophosaurus. Now, the Cheelingosaurus is a brand new species for this line, for this particular wave, and the Dilophosaurus is actually a repaint from a previous line from the Primal Attack line. So we'll do comparisons with those two, and among other things. So if you're familiar with Dino Escape, this is pretty much the open style packaging that they have for this particular line. Nothing too fancy, it's just basically you got the Jurassic World logo on the top, Dino Escape at the bottom. And then in the middle, you got Fierce Force Cheelingosaurus and Fierce Force Dilophosaurus. And basically you have on the card back, you have the background with the fence that's already broken off. And so then we'll just turn these around, and that way we can both take a look at that. And so this is pretty much the back of the cards, and you have the prototype images of the figures, and it just gives you information for the fax app and how to activate the action features. And then at the bottom, it shows you what comes in the wave. So pretty excited. It's just a repack. On Wave 2, it's a repack of the Raptor and the Machiacosaurus. So let's go ahead and crack these dinos open and take a closer look at them. Alright, the first one up, we're going to be taking a look at the Dilophosaurus. And as you can see, it's got a pretty much kind of a light grayish plastic, kind of white grayish plastic mold. And then as far as the paint goes, aside from what's on the frills and on the crest, you just got that dark gray pattern right there, just basically along its back. And that's it. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing special. So because all the paint went on the frills in the crest. And then on the bottom is pretty much the same thing. And if y'all don't have this already, y'all may go ahead and add that to your little app. And then you got the white under the jaw right there, and that's pretty much about it. As far as the eyes go, that one looks pretty good, and that one, well, it's a little off. You could tell it's a little bit up from where it's supposed to be, but it really is not that noticeable if you're not really looking at it really hard. But it is what it is. It's just one of those things that Mattel is notorious for, is the eye placement on one of the sides, mainly on this side. But as far as the paint on the crest, you just got that dark red velvet color right there, and then you got the white paint right there on the frill, and then you got the red velvet pattern. So there on each side. So pretty cool. But other than that, as far as articulation goes, the legs go forward and backward. You hear that little clicking sound right there. There. Got the hinge that's setting in right there. And then you got the thigh articulation that moves in and out. So, and then as far as the hands go, they're on a hinge, a ball and hinge, so they can move in and out, forwards and backwards. And then as far as the action feature goes, you just lift up on the tail, and then the frill pops out while the mouth opens. So it's like it's scaring its prey. or somebody, So, but that's about it, Just a brand new action feature and sculpt for this particular, for Dilophosaurus in general. So, let's go ahead and bring out the original one that came out, the first one to use this mold. And so, if I had to pick and choose, I probably would go with this one. I do like this one. It's different. It's different colored. It's just not as much paint. So you can tell in this one, majority of the paint is on the body of of this one, and it even has it all the way on the tail, which is surprisingly. And then a little bit on the frills, but none on the crest. So pretty much the same thing, but this is just a repaint. So let me know in the comments below what you want, or what you like. Do you like the original, this one, or do you like to repaint? So then we'll bring out the other. This one came out as well. So this was originally supposed to be a Legacy Collection figure with the paint scheme of the Dilophosaurus in the first film, but that didn't happen, and it ended up being this. So it's quite colorful, not exactly what we had in mind, especially since with the action features, old school with you put water in there and you squeeze, and it's supposed to spit water out like it's spitting at its prey or at a person. But yeah, that's I think this is probably going to be a one-off thing, because hopefully they can bring this one back, because I really do like this one, especially for the gimmick itself. And then here is the original one that was from the Fallen Kingdom attack packs. That was Wave 1 attack pack Dilophosaurus. So very cool. So let's go ahead and bring them all out, so we can kind of see what we're working with right here. So let's move that over there. Put that right there. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite Dilophosaurus figure. Do you like the first one that came out with the Fallen Kingdom line, or do you like the stylish purple, brightly colored one with the spitting action, the water gimmick from the I want to say, was it Dino Rivals that came out with? I think Dino Rivals or Primal Attack. Can't remember. But yeah, that's the second version that we got with a different mold, because there's plenty of these that were repainted. And then you got the third version with a third different gimmick from the Primal Attack line. And then you have this one that came out in the Dino Escape line. So let me know in the comments below which one do you like of this one. And here is Owen for the human size comparison. So you kind of have a better idea of what the scale is, what we're working with. So there you go. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, so the next one is the Schnitzlersaurus. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's a brand new species for the Dino Escape line. I don't know anything about the Schnitzlersaurus. This is my first time really hearing about this particular species. All I know is part of the Stegosaurid family, and it's a smaller species of that family. And so that's about it. That's about all I know. So this is a brand new species for me as well. So so basically, it's probably the way it looks. It's just dipped in this green plastic, And it's got a little bit of this honey mustard colored paint scheme right there on the side, and underbelly right here, and on the legs. So this is probably the only paint that you got. And then you actually got a painted beak. And as far as the eye placement goes, it looks pretty good right there. Then right there. There you go. Looks pretty good right there. Which surprisingly that they actually painted the thagomizers on the sides of the tail, and then you got the paint on the little horn here, which should be a lot longer, you know, so should be at least out to here, you know. And then they actually painted the beak, so that was pretty cool. So overall, just a plain green paint scheme. Oh, I didn't realize that they had some. Actually, looking at it more, they actually did have some more coloring to it. So looks like this is a separate piece right here. Two separate pieces for the body, and this is very rubbery. And so like the dark green right here, and then the light green over here on the sides. So didn't even see that till just now, which is cool. So there's like two shades of green and a yellow mustard color for the legs and underbelly. So, but overall, you know, as far as articulation goes, the legs move back and forth. This one's a little bit more loose. And then you got the legs that on the ball and hinge that can go out and in, forwards and backwards. So yeah, the only downside about this, you know, is probably how small the horn is. So it should be at least a little bit longer, you know, just a tad bit. You know, even if they did have it protruding out this way, they could probably still would have done it. Should have been able to do it, you know, no problems, you know. Or make it a separate rubbery piece, you know, like they do with some Ceratopians, and just make it a little longer. But it is what it is. And then the head just is on the ball and hinge. So the head moves up and down, side to side. More so this way than that. And it goes up and down. So really do like that a lot. And then as far as the action gimmick goes, it's just basically your little side gimmick, because you can tell where it's cut right there. So you just take the figure and I think the way it's supposed to, you're supposed to act like that this is supposed to be stabbing the figure. So, but yeah, that's the action gimmick. Not much to it. So let's go ahead and do some comparisons. The first comparisons I want to bring out is the Fallen Kingdom Stegosaurus. See, kind of sense of how it looks side by side. And then I have this weird looking Stegosaur looking figure, like a mutant from the Dino Warriors online. So then we'll just have we'll bring in our Owen for a human. We'll just move these two out the way. So, in a sense, this is actually pretty accurate how big the Schnitzlersaurus is. So that's about right. Maybe it might be a little tad too small, but it's pretty much in scale for the most part. It could be like a sub-adult, but overall, it was good to me. All right, so overall, Wave 2 of the Fierce Force line for the Dino Escape is not too bad. It's just, you gotta, like I said, you have a new species, a repaint, and 2 repacks. So the standout, I guess, out of all of them would be the new species, the Schnitzlersaurus. But overall, I mean, I do like the repaint of the Dilophosaurus, but I prefer the original mold that they did from the Primal Escape or Primal Attack line. But yeah, that's pretty much why I pretty much got these 2, was because of this new species and the repaint. And not too bad, could have been better, but it is what it is. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of these 2. Which one's your favorite of the 2? Did you like the repaint of the Dilophosaurus or the new species Schnitzlersaurus? And don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.